Hey everybody, welcome to Hex Token. We're live. It's pumping now on Hex Price, so couldn't resist starting a bit earlier today. Plus I got to take a cat to a vet, so that's gonna mean I got to do something later on. Good to see we got Craig, and it's now in the house, so it's fun. Woohoo! And you guys are pretty much what would be my third guest on the show, collabs. You guys are more like family, so it's it's a bit different.
It's kind of like we're always here anyway, just not.
Yeah. That's the way, but it's great. So I'm not sure if Heinz Crypto is coming on, but we will see.
He just said he's coming now. He said, "Hold on one sec."
Anyway, we've got the excitement on. Look at this price chart, starting to pump. 14.8 cents, looking really good.
I didn't even see it till Heinz stream. I wasn't paying attention today.
Right.
It's awesome.
Seems like whenever you're not looking, when you're looking all the time, it's like watching water boil, right?
Yeah.
Looking all the time, it's going sideways, but you take a day or two where you don't really pay attention, it pumps.
Yeah, it's looking good though, and this is kind of hopefully the beginning of what we've been expecting for some time and lead up to Pulsechain. So hey, we got Heinz Crypto.
Yo.
Good to see Heinz Crypto in the house.
Good to see you.
Yeah, we're just saying a bit earlier there, Heinz Crypto. I live streamed earlier. It started earlier today because I've got to take the cat to the vet.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah. So the cat's got a bit of a chest infection or something like that.
Oh, man. Hate to hear that.
Yeah, we'll find out. I think I've shown the cat once or twice, haven't I? I've shown the cat once or twice.
Yeah, I think I remember that.
I think the cat has raided your chat before, I think, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, probably. We've got a few people in the chat anyway. We've got Such in the house. Morning, Hex Token. Hey, good morning to you. It's now was always dominating the chat. Woohoo! Represent. Actually, let's jump over. Let's see if we can got that format. Yeah, it's a pretty big format while we do the introductions. We got Craig's in the house there. Craig, come on. Oh, Craig's already here. Hey, Craig's here. Yeah. We got a few other people. We got John in the house as well. Woo! Hey, good to see you, John. Evening all. Absolutely. Alex K's in the house. Well, full house today. Hello. Yeah, we got a full house there. Looking good too. And Dirty Paws in there as well. Woo! Rocking it on with the DMC. There we go. And Brendan's there too. Good to see Brendan. Price looking good. Looking really good. Hey, Red Squirrel's in the house. Hey, you've been getting a lot of attention there, Red Squirrel. I think it was at Kinetics on Crypto Stylist giving you a big shout out. So congratulations on your strategy and stuff there. Nice. And Mix in the house as well. We've got Ryan in the house. What's up, Hexkins? Good to see you, Ryan. Craig says Red Squirrel. Craig. And we've got it pumping up there. Also Crypto, sup my Hex family. And woohoo! I like it. Woohoo! We got the Rock'em Anthem. That's going on. And we should need to make a bit of a soundtrack. I probably put a couple of different sound volumes on it and go for gold with that. Joshua's in the house. Evening, everybody. Lies beneath Hex, EHEX, PLSX for the win. Absolutely. And definitely smash that like, people. Hit the like. Yeah, a lot of people watch. I think you guys were saying on your channel, a lot of people watch, but don't hit the like. So it's an easy thing to do. Smash that like. Hit the join button for sure. And get into Discord. That's definitely true. We've got Discord in the house there. And you can get on there. We've got lots of cool stuff happening there. And hey, we actually got up to 248. We need 2 more for 250. We're pretty close to the target. And of course, that's the Syndicate channel there on Discord. We're going to spread the Hex and Pulsechain love on there. And of course, Syndicate with Gen Hex, Craig Wedding, and Heinz Crypto. And of course, we've got Awesome It's Now in there as well. So lots of fun, including Hex Token channel. Who else we got in there? Black Square. Hey, Black Square, nice to see you. Hey, with guests. Yeah, we got some awesome guests here. And like I say, more like a family. More like a family is in the house.
Yes.
Always.
We
got the empty corner as well. Hex adjacent projects going up. Hedron, PLS, and so forth. Yeah, we're going to have a look at all that. And PLSD has definitely been on the move up. Dave from Down Under, pump my bags at the right time. I can't get the smile off my face here. Well, if you're watching, Heinz Crypto, Craig Wedding, this channel, we're talking about the price a lot. So you're going to be in the know. You're going to be hearing all the latest and greatest of things. So, that's the way to be. If you're out of touch, then you kind of get onto the train ride a bit later. And that's the way it goes. Cheers, it was strange. These Rich Squirrel Kinetics essentially offered me a job live stream. That's right, I forgot about that. He did do that too. Yeah, damn. And the team too. And the team.
Hell yeah.
So yeah. Lights beneath with the rocket bags. Blues in the house with the rock fires. Chris Marketing's in there. We're kicking it here. And a Kiwi crypto dude is live. That's right. And Hex Oldie as well. Nice one. Let's jump back to the price there. Bam. I'm going to take off some of those comments there. Welcome, everybody. Hex Token. And, of course, get into Discord. The link is in the video description as well as in the chat. So let's jump over to the price here. This is looking really good and nice little pump. Now, just to give you guys some excitement, here is Rackham's comment 10 hours ago. I told you so. Yeah. It's a bit like Wales only, Craig? I told you so. I done told you.
Everybody
done told you.
It's now done told you. Craig Wedding done told you. Heinz Crypto done told you. Superman done told you.
Rackham Michelle done told you.
We'll make our own version of Wales only song.
Oh yeah. Got to get Markable on board for
very
that.
Clear. So what was that, Craig?
Got to get Markable on board. He's the one who does that stuff for Wales. He's good at it. The video intros. Beards only one.
I was very clear. You should have bought Hex this last time when you had a chance. #X. I suspect you won't have another chance at that price. Hex.com bluffing. And then he's got the look eyes. Let's wait and see. Heinz Crypto said it well. That's the way we go, man. That's big stuff. Now, we know this Rackham and Overwatch are doing big things, but he won't be the only one big fish out there doing big things. There'll be others as well. So after that, 250, 450 million OTC buy he's trying to do at the moment, it's going to be fascinating to see everything that's going up with the big whales. And like I say, these long-term whales are looking at long-term value. They're not just flight by nighters. So it's going to be a lot of fun.
Sure.
Let's get in there. So we got. I reckon that the breakout price here, 16.2 cents. They will break out that long-term resistance as well. This is really a turning point for sure with this long-term downward trend. And then that breakout there, 16.2 cents would get us clear. And away we go. I think you guys were talking about the price earlier, were you?
Oh, yeah. We just we had it pulled up on the stream, man. It was just looking good. Looking good. Somebody's got an echo. Is it me? Does somebody have an echo? Oh,
yeah, I can't hear myself.
It's good now. Sorry about that. But yeah, we just had it pulled up on the screen, man. Like it's the first time I've seen Hex move like that in a good bit. It just makes you feel good, man. It just makes you feel good.
It does indeed.
For sure.
I feel good.
I mean, most people staked. I mean, most of us that are staked out, we know that we don't really care about price. The T-share price, the daily,
Gym rat in the house.
Yields price, that kind of stuff we look at, for a daily, yes. But in the long game, the price doesn't matter that much, but it's still nice to see it get some traction because we know it's still, there's some movement going on. It's not just stagnant, sideways all the time. So it's always nice to see some pump on it.
Yeah,
sure.
But if you're still buying in, it's almost like you want it to pump eventually, but just not till you're done buying in, right? I mean,
yeah, and the thing is, it's still on the low end, right? So this is after a massive 82% pullback, and it's still on the low end. So accumulation time looks like a very good chance that Pulsechain will launch mid-May, and so no more 2 months. 2 months. That's another song.
May's looking promising this time. It's the first time. That's what I was saying earlier on stream. It's the first time that he's actually gave a month name or a specific range. He's always said 2 months or a few weeks. So it's happening soon, guys. It's actually happening.
keep in mind, that's what he said his developers told him. And they're generally
they,
late. I'm still sticking to my June 3rd at 9 a.m.
Yeah. But, when he pushed out the reassurance tweet or yesterday or the day before, it just looks good. It makes me feel a little bit more promising. It's a little more promising in my opinion.
Yeah.
Hey, Hex
So,
McKenzie's in chat.
We got a few in the chat there. We got Francis in the house. Hey, Francis, good to see you. Agenda 69, we're pumping. We are pumping. Actually, I'm going to turn this into the hourly chart. Let's pull that up. Look at that. Woohoo! That looks even rocking on. So all depends on how you scale the chart, but that looks pretty awesome. Goldman Hex in the house there. Hey, everybody. And so forth. Actually, I might just jump back to the other format. Let me just boom. And Brennan's in the house there. Australian man. Everybody gets it. Yeah. CJ in the house. Woo, CJ. And Alex K2. Good luck getting 250 million Hex at these prices, said Alex. Yeah, well, they're doing it over the counter, right, Alex? So, but if the market price is going up, it means that the OTC price should be going up too. But VC guys are good at negotiating. That's what.
Well, guys, I'm gonna have to pop off. I'm doing the show tonight at 8:00 on the Gen Hex channel. I just wanted to pop on for a little bit to say hello, and I appreciate the invite on. And y'all have a good show, man.
Awesome, Heinz. Good to appreciate it, man.
Later, Heinz.
Yep, y'all have a good one.
Bud.
All right.
Yeah, if you haven't subscribed to Heinz Crypto channel, hit the channels tab there, and you'll find Heinz Crypto. Go and subscribe to Heinz Crypto's channel, and heading up towards 1,000 subs. So we'll definitely get onto that, and let's try this other format here. Bam. All right, cool. Not too bad.
Looks good.
We got Jim Rat Crypto in the house. Yo. Good to see you, Jim Rat. Another content creator. What's going on, guys? How's everyone liking this pumpy too? Yeah, looking awesome.
It's a puppy poo.
NT Corners in the house. Feels good, man. Does feel good. Goldman Hex is in the house. Woo! Man, that's probably the biggest one yet.
Yeah, it is.
With an oi at the end too.
Yeah. I wonder if my voice is going there, little Craig. Percentage staked, 100% staked, and maximize his Hex Elder. Well placed, man. Well placed. Pulse Formers in the house. Up, boys. Hey, good to see you. Pumpy poo is nice, says Craig. I was smashing the buy button at 25 cents. I wish I do. You know what? I wish that StreamYard did have a few other layouts on the thing. Not sure if that layout work out. That's a bit better. It covers the chart.
Now we
That's
just have
new.
to remove ourselves.
We got else. We got 10 cents, 2 cents. Yeah, that didn't happen. Well, 2 cents didn't happen anyway. 9.3, I think, was the lowest. 17 cents. Yeah, that's seems like that we could head towards 17 in the near term.
I think he was saying he's been buying it at all those different prices. It didn't matter what price he's been buying you.
All right. Yeah, he was right. You're right. He was. So I was smashing the buy button at 25 cents, 10 cents, 2 cents, 17 cents. True. Well said, Craig. We buy all the time, baby, says here, DCA. That's the way to go. Same. Hex McKenzie. May is the name of the game, says Hex McKenzie. To be honest, it's now the 3rd of May. That kind of has an attractive ring to it, but definitely
3rd of June.
3rd of June, sorry, has a nice ring to it, but definitely hope it's the mid-May. That's for sure.
I was just going with the 369.
Right. Brennan says people have had enough time to accumulate. It's been down for 261 days. Yeah, it's been a long time.
True.
I think we've all grown.
Yes
older.
and no. Ideally, I would have been DCAing in every single pay for the last how many months, but with all those extra sacrifices going on, it kind of hindered my plan of DCAing all the way. But I'm still happy. I think the sacks are going to pay off the other projects and stuff. So
yeah, those other sacrifices are pretty interesting. I mean, we got Liquid Lions, Internet Money, Power City,
Mintra.
Mintra. Yeah, so it's going to be interesting. We still haven't got the SAC balances from liquid loans. We still don't have testnet UI for liquid loans, so it's still taking a while for that. And I think has Mintra UI accessible for
I don't know. I haven't looked at it for a while. Does anybody in chat know? Is Mintra's got any kind of testnet going?
Yeah, let us know if you know.
I thought we looked at their. Didn't we look at their site at one point? It was a really cool black and green layout.
Gerardo, I think, gave us some Gerardo on the Twitter there gave us some sneak peeks into the UI.
Oh, okay.
I was hoping that it was going to be. They were talking about having it accessible potentially. Gerardo, I think, said, but I haven't seen anything on it.
Hey, speaking of testnet, have you looked at the yield farms today? The APRs on there.
No, I've got that on the list to do, but I hadn't jumped to that. Let me have a look to the farms. What happened there? Farms. Oh boy. Okay. What the heck?
I don't know. They all spiked up.
That's some crazy stuff right there.
Yeah, I mean, I know it's testnet, but still, I like seeing numbers go up.
Yeah. If you watch, here's a look at the volumes for today. What? 9.7 billion. Hey, that's half of Binance. Woohoo! Already at half of Binance volumes. This is a vision of the future.
I hope so.
That's ramping up testing for volume.
The incentive token got pumped 550%. There we are. $2,000 an incentive token. Man, I wish I hadn't sold mine now.
Well, in the PRT, you haven't been able to get PRT unless you buy it on the exchange. And since the single pool stopped, and it's in that one pair for the incentive token. So
yeah, that's some crazy stuff right there. So what's Pulse looking at? 1.7 cents, and Pulse Hex is at 0.006. Now they've gone down quite a bit. 42. And Hex is down, I think it was over $3, wasn't it? Yeah, $2.75, but it's got up 10% at the moment. There's been lots of playing around there. Man, when this is real, this is going to be epic. People will
it's going to be fun to watch.
Can you imagine if these numbers turn out real quickly?
Yeah. At the moment, it's like playing Monopoly, right? You just whatever, see how we go. But
I don't see why the Hex numbers on Pulsechain couldn't end up what they are if they did that. You know, I mean,
I think these prices for Hex are coming up in the future. So yeah, why not?
Definitely.
Yeah.
Say Pulsechain's what we've all been waiting for, to set Hex free and let it run. You know.
Yeah. That's going fascinating. What else?
Sorry, I didn't mean to skip ahead to that. I just had seen that earlier, and I didn't know if you had plans to talk about it or not. But
yeah, I was going to talk about Pulsechain just because it's coming up, and but 3-second blocks there, still kicking along nicely. Been operating really well. And the Explorer, even though it's not going to be relevant soon, it's 53% through. But a talk of the town is the price there. I just loved it how Rackham did the thing 10 hours ago. So that was 10 hours ago. Let me do the hourly chart. And to go back 10 hours, it's approximately 10 hours. So he tweeted that out around about here. So around here. So that was interesting.
Anything on the whale bot about any big purchases around that time?
The whale bot?
Any whales coming? There's a million
2 hours ago. Let's see. Yeah. So Kinetics have been doing quite a bit around this, right? There's with the investment trust have been opening the scope of it before it goes public. So with the IRAs and the you used a term, was it flexible IRA or something like that, where people can put their if you're an accredited investor with a retirement account, you can now roll it into the Hex Investment Trust. So that's really big news.
So accredited investor, you have to have a net worth of $1 million, I think.
Yeah, I think so. I kind of have a signed statement or something like that to I think effect. But he was saying that their advisory service is doing very well. That apparently they're close to 1 billion in asset management
Nice.
with the hex price at the current price, and that I think he said he had another 50, 60 people or something like that that are about to sign up soon, and push it way over the billion mark. So that's looking really good. If your first year looks like that, and then your second year can look like anything, and assuming reasonable market conditions, that's pretty powerful. So nice. HexInvestmentTrust.com. Yeah, and see, we've got a little post, pop that up. So that's the website, of course, and you can start investing. Hit the click button. And it's got the questionnaire for you if you are for accredited investors, and you can populate that and get an appointment, I guess, is the way you go. That's pretty cool. Get out of there. That's as far as I can go on that one. Yeah, no login. That's what happens. I do that all the time. That's just part of the channel nuances. Look at that, man. It's powering, Craig.
Look,
Stop buying. Craig's pushing the
going.
buy button. Secretly, it's like going.
Still going.
This is going to be the best live stream ever. Up and to the right, says Craig.
That's right.
Bye.
It should. I mean, this is what it should have been doing the whole time, in my opinion. I mean, everybody should have been stocking up on Hex this whole time before the double.
Yeah.
There's going to be a panic sell now.
Let's read a couple of the comments. Sorry, what was that, Craig?
No, I said whatever. I mean, I'm happy with it all the way. And like it's now said before, when he looks at his stakes every day, his total after yield, he's got an all-time high every day. He's got more Hex today than he had yesterday, than the day before. T-shares, staking,
every day.
This is all stuff that RH said was built in from the beginning, the dips, the ups and the downs. So the time, just got to wait. Be patient.
Just like any pyramid scheme.
That's right. Like any other scam out there.
Yeah. Except the spots change. The actual spots in the hierarchy change. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
People have had enough time to accumulate. It's been down 261 days. So yeah, that's where we're up to. And that agrees with Craig on that one. What's up, Andy E's in the house? Good to see you, Andy. And Rowan says same. I am 100% state or in Maxi. So there we are. Just keep earning the volume every day. Let the price do its thing. Hexacan Hockey's in house. Will some people really instake their 50% stakes before snapshot to have more liquid Hex on both chains? Well, that's always a possibility. I'm sure that we're going to see that every time there's big events coming up. We'll probably end up seeing that.
I would say I don't know why anybody would do that unless they want the liquid Hex so they can swap it for like PLS. But I would say, why nuke your stake? Why emergency end stake? You're going to get the copy anyway. Let your stakes go. You want more PLS? Just DCA and buy it.
Well,
you're going to have
the rationale. The rationale for doing it is the fact that if you get Pulse and you think Pulse is going to have a bigger X run up, then that's why you'd do it to offset the volume that you're giving up in your X stake burn. But I agree with you. That's for me. I wouldn't think about doing that, but some people will, and that's what we saw.
You just can't get those T-shares back if you have a stake that's been going for 3 years. If you've had a stake, I should say, that's been going like say for 2 years, and you emergency end staked it, unless it was a 3 or 4 year stake, you're not at 50% yet, right? So to emergency end stake,
coming out with less,
even to get your principal back. You might as well just let it go for 2 more years. And I mean, in my opinion, right? You're on a research, not financial advice, all that. But it seems like you've been cooking that steak for a year and a half or 2 years, maybe, and all that extra Hex you're going to get, and you're just going to give it up so that you could try to get a better edge on buying some Pulse, or swapping for Pulse. I don't know. That doesn't seem like a very smart move to me. I don't know. My opinion.
The play is for the price multiple, and so that's what the play would be. But I if you're less than 50%, then probably not the best strategy, but some people over 50% may be doing that.
Well, at least you get your principal back, if nothing, right?
Yeah. We'll see. Obviously, you're getting a copy though, so remember that you're getting a copy on the chain. So there's a lot more volume there if you think about it. And scarcity is coming into the system. So
yeah.
Well, unless they emergency instake their ETH side, got their principal back, and then wanted to bring that over to swap for PLS and let their their Pulse copy stake continue on. Maybe.
Yeah.
I don't know. There's so many different strategies. That's what's crazy.
I think that's the main play. With this is doing that. Yeah.
Yeah.
Hi everybody from Oz. Get Hex in the house. Good to see Arlen 369 in the house there, and of course upgraded on Discord. So really cool.
Yeah. So you fixed that.
Yeah.
The box fan man's here. Brizology. Right. What's up, man?
Brizology in the house. Nice. We'll go into a few of the chats here. And he's in the house. Name Khan's in there too. Good to see so many faces in the channel there. Vision Null's in the house. Woohoo! Good to see you in the house. And we've got a few. Alex says minority opinion. Surprise earlier than mid-May launch. Pros or cons? Yeah, that's definitely on the cards, Alex. So maybe not the 3rd of June. 369. We'll see. But that's definitely in the play there. What do you think it's now? Since you're 3rd of June possibility, what do you think about it earlier than mid-May launch?
That's possible too. Richard, he's a funny guy. Could all be just misdirection. I think he wants to surprise everybody.
Yeah. Let's see what else we got in the chat. Just going to jump through these. Smash the like button. Definitely smash the like button for sure. We have you can stake mint on their front end. Last I checked, says Blue. For Mintra. Yeah. Okay. Cool. I haven't seen that. I'm going to look for that now that you've said that. And hodling most of these on the testnet. Let me check. I must be rich. And never sold my PRT and incentive token. And nice. Oh, we have to jump back to the chart. It just keeps on going up here. Some crazy stuff there.
I will say that the testnet's been fun. If you haven't been playing with it, check it out. It's been fun to because it's play money, right? So it's not like I don't know.
People are definitely going to behave differently when it's real. So just if you're out there, you're looking at it, it's just testnet stuff. I think, like I've said many times, I think maybe the trend of some of the tokens is probably in the right direction. But maybe some of the magnitudes of those ratios are going to be different, or the prices themselves are going to be different.
Well, we had talked about it before too, where there's probably a good, 25-30%. What do you call room for error, right?
Yeah.
Because people don't behave the same way with play money as they do with real money. If you've ever played poker on an online website for free money or real money, you know how people play differently. Their strategy's different when you if you run out of chips, you can just get more from the website, right? But if it's your money, you have to put more money in when you run out. People play a little bit more conservative, I think.
Yeah.
So
absolutely.
we'll see. I guess we'll see.
You can get really wrecked if you play the wrong thing. So it's just stay calm out there. Have a nice plan.
You go all in on one hand in poker, and that could be the end. You're out of the tournament, So
or you cut it. You can cut out 70% of your position, in a wrong move, and then you're trying to get ahead, and now you're 70% down. You don't want to.
And you make dumb mistakes too when you try to play catch up. You'll make even more mistakes because you're trying too hard to get back to where you just lost from.
Yeah.
It could be like Monopoly, also. People just wanting the game to end and just trying anything.
when it's 2 a.m. and you just want to be done, and you just
just go take it,
just do it everything. Yeah, I've done that in poker before too, though. When I just wanted to, I was ready to stop, and it was free tokens, but not with real money. Real money, you could just get up and walk away from the table usually, unless it's a tournament you bought into, right?
Yeah.
That's an interesting parallel if you want to use that as an analogy too with crypto. and fiat. When you play Monopoly with the governments of the world, they just keep dipping into the little bank and keep adding more money to the game. So nobody
people
wins.
are talking about the testnet numbers. Oh man, when we see these numbers for real, dreams will be made. Yeah, like the other thing though, you've got to actually hold the tokens if you want the big X's, as I always say. You got to play the time. You got to be timing the market.
I thought you're supposed to time the market.
Time the market, yeah. Traders
Buy the top, sell the bottom, and time the market. Come on.
Yeah. In and out quick. Perfect timing.
Make $1 million, be rich one day. That's how it works.
Let's go.
No. Not financial advice. Just kidding.
Hey everybody, Brazil's is in the house.
Box fan, man.
Boom.
Hex Token Brazology had a box fan attack him the other day. That's why the box fan talk about fans. I don't know, fell out of the window or something on him while he was on stream.
Is that what happened? I was wondering what you guys were talking about.
I don't know. He was just sitting there and all of a sudden the box fan was like, looked like it was going for him. I don't know what happened.
We've got a confession, folks, online. Ryan Gaines, I have to admit, I entered a short-term stake early to mint Maxi to get my free copies. I was over 50% though. We're all learning a lot. Boy, oh boy.
Hey man, I had 2 1-year short stakes. I waited till Gwei was like at 10 or 12. I ended them both. They were both like 53%. And then I added some more Hex to them and put them back in for 5555. And that was about 3 weeks ago or 4 weeks ago. And I've already gained all the yield Hex that I lost by doing that. I've already got all that and more already.
Right.
So I just second guessed myself because when I put those stakes in, I didn't really understand staking and everything. So now I regrouped and staked it for longer. And in the long run, it'll be better that I put it all together, restaked it for the T shares.
You get more T shares. Yeah.
So I get them T shares, baby. Gotta get this T shares. Let's have a quick look at that. Actually, the T share. We're gonna jump into that.
What's up, Chad?
We're gonna get into Hex Daily Stats. We've got, how's it looking? 1.4 million penalties. 607. Nice. Day 877. What else we got there? Liquidity down under 200 million on liquidity now. That's nice to see because we were up at like 225 or something, weren't we? Yesterday, yeah, 234 and then 252. So now we're down to 196. So that's and you know how it works in the pool. Going to goes higher, square the price. So nice stuff happening there. What's the T-shirt right now? 21,658. So that hasn't moved a lot. So it looks like another dot there.
I'll be right back, guys. I'm sorry. I'll be back.
That's all good. Thanks, Greg. All right. We're just getting to some of the comments. You just nice. Move that around and let us pull up some of these comments here. We got Icon House here. Are you saying that if you have your Hex staked, that your PHEX will also be staked? That's correct. So if you've got staked Hex on Ethereum, that will be copied over as staked Hex on Pulsechain, and you can use go.hex.com to see your stakes. All you have to do is add in the Pulsechain mainnet when it goes live. You'll be able to see that. So it's 2 for 1. Pretty neat. If you've got Liquid Hex, that will also get copied over as Liquid Hex onto the Pulsechain. You can either hold it or you can try and ratio trade it in the first day or two. That's pretty much that.
A lot of people in the Discord were not understanding that why the values won't be the same after the fork.
Right.
You want to talk about that?
Okay, so the values are going to be 0 on Pulsechain, and they have to get priced up by the market, so supply and demand. But they will be helped by the AMM bot setting up liquidity pools with the harvesting. And then, of course, stable coins coming over the bridge after a day or two. And once those stable coins start flowing through, these are the ones that are backed by either fiat or other assets. And of course, once they flood through, they just ripple through the liquidity pools and set prices. That's pretty much how we're expecting there. Uncertain about what the copies of the stables will be worth over on the Pulsechain, but I suspect that some of the decentralized ones will probably get fractionally priced up straight away. But that could actually start to set some prices anyways, just like that. So we'll see.
Yeah, I think what they get hung up on is the word copy.
Right.
And I try to bring them back to when Bitcoin forked to Bitcoin Cash. They were never the same price and never will be the same price. It's just a free token, a separate free token. Your copied amount. That's all that's copied.
Yeah, and the prices may be a percentage of what's on Ethereum, or they may end up going to convergence, possibly. Just depending on how the projects use those tokens, right?
Right.
And it's what I say, use cases that are on Ethereum that are priced out because of the gas fees are too high. It kills off the tokenomics of the project, or hinders it in any case. Can be unleashed and revived on Pulsechain. And a good example of that are metaverses, a great example. But a lot of the DeFi contracts, GameFi in particular, you want low cost on GameFi. You want super fast transactions on GameFi. And so that all those use cases get lifted up. So really the incentives are there. Now it's just a matter of the teams that operate a lot of those projects. And of course they want to revive their community, revive the project, or maybe the community is still going, but they want to get it to where it was supposed to be under Ethereum. And they, and these are a lot of projects often before the bull run that we had, that will be able to do that. And those tokens will get priced up if they get adopted, So Shiba could easily do it, and they could incorporate into their community. But that one there can be priced up anyway, right? Because it's a speculative community anyway.
Right.
So we'll see. Some projects will have less technical hurdles than others. Like maybe they have a sell fee tax or certain things like that, or just depends on how they get adopted by the teams as well. And that's where the speculation comes in. That's where the price discovery comes in. It's where the gold rush comes in. But the other side of it, you're not just playing the price, you're playing the volume. So if you can pick up a token that you think might do well, you can speculate on that and get tons of volume, and maybe that might end up firing, particularly if it's a top token, top 50, top 100, top 150, something like that. That might end up being a winning play, and you could be well rewarded over time. Maybe the whole basket of tokens on the Pulsechain will start rising over time. You might get like you might get not only PRC 20s, which are the ERC 20 equivalents, but you're going to have PRC 721s, PRC 1155s, and some of those have markets and prices to them, and so those will be able to get prices. So NFTs and things like that. So it's going to be fascinating, and this is part of the whole value creation. It's going to be. That's why we're saying it's going to be crazy. I did my video the other day. It's going to be madness. The madness is coming. Well, it's going to be like we've never seen before in crypto. We've never seen it before.
Truth.
This is the whole. I keep saying it's the whole thing is dropping at once. So you got chain dropping, you got the exchange dropping, the biggest airdrop, the biggest yield farming potentially, and of course the fastest way to mass adoption. You got the three ultimate things you want in crypto all dropping at the same time, plus all the second layer projects coming on there as well. And they're not just Ethereum projects, they're actually Pulsechain projects, which we've had sacrifices for, and there's lots of them just popping up all over the place now. It's trying to keep track of it's really hard. And of course we had the Pulsechain ecosystem guy on BZT, and just showing you just some of how that interrelates, because they often have burning mechanisms interrelated and all sorts of stuff. And all passive income earnings. It's really exciting. So very, very cool. Let's have a look here. Precise says you loved that presentation earlier. Says Precise. Let's jump through. We've got Jason in the house. Hey Jason, good to see you. And let's jump through some of these. Hey, look at the Hex choices. Hey, look at this crowd. What's up, guys? Hey, nice to see you. Yeah, it's great to have It's now and Craig and Heinz Crypto previously on the chat for sure. And what else we got there? CJ's in house. I've been buying like no tomorrow, says CJ. Smart move. That's played out very well. And it's still early days. So I'm very pumped. But I definitely think that if we're looking at the chart, we've got this key line here. Once we break out this long term here, it's now it's going to be intense. So
Yeah.
it really is. It just says to the market, we're ready to go. Quite often we get to the end of the triangle before we break out. And I think the thing is we want to smash out. We just don't want to walk out the side,
Yeah.
So we definitely want to do that. So so that's exciting. And we've got what else? We got CJ. My little bags don't do crap, says CJ. And what else? Blue in there. Mintra posted the link of their Twitter on April the 20th. Okay, so I missed that. Yeah, I do check Mintra regularly, so I'll have to double check that one. Stake and forget it, says Andy. Yeah, so if that Mintra's out, then I might play around with that in the afternoon. Tappins with the money bags. Hexagon says simple plays wins the game. That's true. Ryan says, I love the game theory built into Hex and RH ecosystem, and it keeps evolving. It's amazing. Did anybody see Adam Stokes' latest video? Hey, you know what? I haven't seen, I don't know if I've seen this last video, but there are so many content creators now. This is a flourishing environment. And Pulsechain's not even launched yet. You can imagine the second wave of content creators. What do you think about that, guys? It's like...
Yeah, I saw somebody put something up. Pulsechain had more hits on Google than anything else or something like that. It's not even live yet. Yeah.
It's going to be absolutely crazy.
Nutty.
Well, as much as we love Richard Hart and we love Hex, there's a lot of people that aren't interested in Hex or Richard Hart. They just see another network and opportunity,
Yeah.
And that's fine. Maybe they could be adopted to Hex after they come over, but for Pulsechain to do well, I mean, it's going to take more than just the Hexagons.
I mean, you're talking about
we need
millions of people with airdrops. It's everything that's on Ethereum's coming over. It's mind-boggling, and it's like I said, there's 196 million wallets that have been created on Ethereum over the life of Ethereum, and even if you have a fraction of those that are active, which is typically a couple of million, 3 or 4 million or something like that, it's pretty amazing what could the potential value creation on a Pulsechain because they're all becoming airdrops.
I would say also though in the future coming up for people to use caution, because right now most of the projects you see that are being put together to be on Pulsechain are people that were already in the Hex ecosystem or people that were already Richard Hart type people in the community, and there's going to be more and more projects eventually, and those aren't going to be native Hexagons doing them.
Right.
It's going to be every locust you could think of trying to come over here to get in on it too. So just be very cautious and careful. Do your research. Because they're going to be popping up. You're going to see tons of projects show up, and some of those people are just copy pasting what they had on Matic or Avalanche or whatever. They're going to be copy pasting those same degen type dApps. So be careful.
Yeah. I was going to say that, hey, we've got over 100 people watching at the moment. So welcome everybody. Make sure you smash the like button and hit the subscribe. Also, check out the channels tab. We've got Gen Hex Craig Wadding. Go and subscribe to that channel. And also Heinz Crypto's in there as well. So definitely go and do that. And Craig's got a really good lineup coming up in the weekend. And he'll let you know about that when it's coming. Or now, depending on what he's up to. But definitely check out Gen Hex there on YouTube. And of course, get into Discord. Discord is rocking it. We must be pretty close to 250. Let's have a look here. 248. So we need two more. If you knew, 248. So 250 is our target. And of course, get in there. The link's in the top of the video description and probably in the chat somewhere as well. So definitely get onto that. Very cool.
You know what I can't wait for with Pulse going live and being successful is all the Richard Hart haters, or people that don't know about him. They're gonna know about him, and it'll silence a lot of the critics that it's a scam.
Yeah.
You know,
Once Pulsechain's up, it's game over, right? It's game over.
Yeah.
And it's game over for not just the haters, but for the exchanges as well.
Right.
It's like, you know, if PulseX is doing, like I say, if it's doing 50% of the DEX volume, if it's doing 100% of the DEX, you know, like what the current volume is, and it basically doubles the DEX volume, you know, that's just foolish play, ignoring where the value is, right? And most of the growth in the market is, you know, could be quite insane. The other thing, of course, is it would place us, you know, if we get anything like that, it'd place us in the top 5, 6, if not number 2, depending on where we get to on that volume.
It's an opportunity also to get another shot at your onboards. People that you talk to about Hex tried to onboard with Hex once Pulsechain is launched, and to get some credibility, and the people that want to call Hex and Richard Hart a scam, the longer that Pulsechain is up and running and
right
doing well, you could go back to those onboards, those people at work and those cousins that you talked to at Thanksgiving and all that, and show them that, look, you know, Hex is still going. Hex has never been down. Nobody can show and prove that they've been scammed by Hex. And now look how well Richard Hart's other project's doing. And maybe you can get that second opportunity to get those onboards that you didn't get last Thanksgiving or last Christmas. Or
it justifies Hex because he created Pulsechain for Hex, because Ethereum's broken, because it was so hard to get people into Hex.
When the fee, especially when it was ridiculously high, like, you know, $150 to do a stake and stuff, but that sort of thing. It's insane. Yeah. Next one says, "Hey Superman, did you get Gen Hex to say that crazy word he made up?" Oh yeah. Here we go. 3, 2, 1, live.
Hex Tokenikins. Hex Tokenikins.
We're not worthy. We're not
Hex
worthy.
Tokenikins. See, I said it 3 times.
We're not worthy. We're not worthy.
It's like a hexagon, but you just have to do hex. You have to slip the token in between. Hex Tokenikins.
Craig showed me up. He did it. Awesome stuff. Powerful. The power of Craig is in the house.
Hex Tokenikins. Is that what
I could not say it. I was just bumbling along about.
You were probably half beer at the time. It's okay.
Yeah.
I thought it was Hex Tokenicians, like technicians.
No. It's like a hexagon, but it's a tokenikin.
Yeah. Trisha says, is there going to be a version 3 testnet? I don't think so. I'm not 100% confident there's going to be one. We just don't know. If there is one, it would be like maybe a couple of days. It's probably my guess.
I thought there was going to be 3, but not to the public.
Yeah, possibly a private one, and of course they are running V3 liquidity, a membot, and that's how we interpret that line. But you know, the sacrifice commentary has testnet V3 in it, but not that I'm aware of. They probably do it privately. They're really the only thing they would do that for is the V3 liquidity, and they're doing that. They're running that for weeks now. On the private testnet service, so that seems to be going well. Thanks for that analogy, says Ike. And Brian says, will all ERC20s be copied over? Yes. The wrap tokens or USDC or CAN project with admin keys not authorized the airdrop for yes on the first ones, and yes on the last ones they can. The centralized ones can. Centralized custodians and stables, and we'll find out whether they do or not. Jerry says, can we guarantee that we can sell any PRC20 for Pulse and mainnet is live, or is that more safe to use Hex to do this? Well, you're thinking about the ratio, eh? So I think that Hex is probably your safest bet, in my view. You guys got any view on that?
I do, but it's not enough. You want to?
No, I don't.
Go first. So when everything is copied and we get the airdrop for whatever ERC20s that you have that are in your own wallet, whether it's Hex or whatever it is, they're all going to start with 0 value on the Pulse network, right?
Correct.
So until there's price discovery, there may or may not become parity with the price of what's on ETH. At least we don't know if that'll happen or how quickly it'll happen, right? So if you go and you start trying to swap, say you've got a bunch of, I don't know, ERC20, what Doge or something, that's ERC20, right? Or SHIB or something. Say you've got a bunch of it and it's a certain value right now on ETH. It may not be that value yet on Pulse. So if you start trying to sell it or swap it, it may not have much value yet to swap. So you want to pay attention to which tokens you think you want to have liquid on ERC20 to get the copy of, so that may have more value quicker. So you're getting more bang for your buck when you try to swap it for like PLS, right? And there may be some admin keys that they decide not to play ball and not let their token live on the Pulse network, right? So they're going to shoot themselves in the foot if they do that, because most of them are going to let it work. And if you load up in USDC and then USDC decides not to let it live on Pulse because it doesn't have the backing that USDC has on ETH, you may end up with a bunch of bags on the ERC20 side that you don't get to use the copy on a PRC20 side, right? If they decide to do that. So you want to make sure you're stacking up your ERC20s liquid in your wallet that that you're confident will be used on PRC20. That's why a lot of people recommend Hex, because we know Hex is going to live there. We know Hex is going to thrive there. But it's really, do your own research. It's up to you what you want to have liquid during the fork. My opinion.
Yeah, I think that a token that has a lot of demand for it's going to have a better ratio for the ratio trading. So, yeah, if you got one that you're just uncertain about because it needs to go through a price discovery once the bridge goes, that could have a much worse rate. Is the way I kind of see it happening. All right, now let's jump back to hey. Cool. Hey, well, nice one, hey. Right, it's cool. So
it's gonna juggle for you.
Yeah. Today's live stream has been informative. Thank you all for sharing. Thanks, Andy. Hart's Law, baby, Hart's Law. That's right. That's what I was referring to. Is that Hart's Law there too? Is that because they're connected through the pools, and you want to go for the token that generally you're going to have confidence about the demand, relative demand against PLS. For the better ratio. Preacher HT says, Brennan, hey, you're welcome. And I just can't remember what we're talking about that when we were doing the preacher, but maybe it was when we were getting exciting about the huge pump mentals inside Pulsechain. Maybe that was it. Jesse says, I claim the max on purchased that some added and the icon of my MetaMask yet. It's been 4 days and I don't see it in my wallet, but either is it successfully done. Next and the purchase. I'm not quite sure I fully understand that.
He got Maxi, but he can't see it MetaMask.
I see. Why would that be?
Did he add the coin, a custom token?
Yes, you haven't imported the contract as a custom token. Yeah, that's the answer.
He said added the icon to my MetaMask, but it's been 4 days. I don't see it, but either does it say successfully done. So did you have ETH in your wallet for the gas fee when you tried to swap your Hex for Maxi? Because you would have had to do 2 transactions, I think.
Yeah, definitely check your original transaction. Yeah. I think that's probably it. So, assuming you've added it to your MetaMask, which looks like what you're saying there, check your original transaction, see whether it actually went through.
Yep. If you mint Maxi, you need Hex and you need ETH for gas, and you're going to mint the amount of whatever amount of Hex 1 for 1, but then you have to authorize 2 times. One is the
sending the Hex, and the other is receiving
and
the
approval. Yeah.
One's the approval to do it, and the other is to actually do the mint, I think. So there's two.
Yeah, that's correct. Yeah, you have to approve the Hex token for spend and then mint the token. Yeah.
Etherscan says good. Jesse, I would say you need to find the exact contract address for Maximus and add it as a custom token.
Yeah.
Make
If
sure
you haven't done that yet, to see
You can't
it.
see why you wouldn't have it otherwise. If the transaction's gone through, it should just be on the blockchain. You can check
Yeah.
on the blockchain and, of course, add the custom token.
Yeah, if you did both of them and you did the second one, which is the actual minting, then you probably just don't see it because your wallet doesn't know the address of that token.
Monica says it happened to her as well. It took a bit, but ended up showing up.
Rocket Train says Tin Top. Yep, 100 people watching, but only 68 likes. Really, 94 likes now. So definitely smash the likes, folks. And Alex K says thoughts on PLSD. I finally claimed after doing careful review. Yeah, I think that most people are fairly comfortable now with PLSD. So yeah, I would not. Obviously, I'm not telling you to do anything, but most people are comfortable. And of course, we've been covering it on this channel. We're cautious at first, as you should be. But they've got the price doing pretty well. $2.53.
It's gone up.
Yeah, it's gaining momentum. Yeah, it's doing pretty well. And if we look at the claims so far on the blockchain, over 2 million now too. So jumped ahead there. 5,467 holders. You can see people are claiming all the time at the moment. 750, that's a squid, so it's quite a large Hex holder there. There's a turtle there, another squid. So lots of people there. If we look at the contract, at the read only, we can see the number of claims. 7,236 people have claimed so far. So that's possibly out of about 90,000. So
the spokesman guy was on last night for quite a while on Maddie's channel, I think. So they talked to him in depth for several hours, I think, about it. So it probably was a spike in how many people went ahead and claimed it.
Yeah.
I would assume. And Jesse James, I'm sorry, I was just going to say Jesse James, back on that Maxi thing. Make sure you find the correct address for that before you add it. You don't want to just Google it and get some scammers fake Maxi or something in your wallet.
That's what I was thinking. Maybe you got the wrong one.
Yeah. That's the other one. Yeah, there's the Maxi contract there. So I'll paste you the link. You can
Maximus.cash. Yep.
It's the link there, so you can take the contract there. This one here, and if you let me just put this in the browser there. Boom.
Yeah. Anytime you custom add a token to your MetaMask, always do your due diligence to double, triple check it. Make sure you're getting it from a valid source, because if you get it off, if you go in Telegram and say, hey, what's the address for such and such, and somebody puts it in chat or DMs you with it, I would triple check that.
Yeah.
Same thing with SAC addresses. You never send to an address until you've triple confirmed that it's the right one. Lots of scammers.
So click import token, paste in the contract address. This one here is a different one, but it should work on the Ethereum side. Actually, how they're doing at the moment, let me just go into the Ethereum, launch the app, the wallet. Quick look at this on the Maxi. Adam Stokes makes great content, says Alex K. And Tin Top says it's going to be a wild ride. Light says go Hex, go, absolutely. And definitely get into the Discord. Woohoo, go for that. And let's look here, we'll put myself on top now. And great Hex price movement today. You're really good, and nice to see it moving up there. Definitely want to see it go over 16.2 cents. We want to smash that next level. Let's get a few, just jump through some here. Joe says, yeah, it's going to cheat. The Pulsechain will just route the coins through. Yeah, congratulations, Superman, for 4,400 subscribers to your channel. Hope to see 5 for 5 subs. Yeah, me too, Ahmed. I appreciate that. Let's just see what we're on at the moment. 4,050 subs. So through at the moment. So if you haven't subscribed to Hex Token channel, definitely subscribe and hit the like button and hit the bell for future videos. Now, YouTube doesn't seem to give all notifications out. And also Gen Hex channel. Go to the channels there. Hey, I don't know, Craig, if you want to pop your channel in the chat there for people to subscribe to.
Sure.
Gen Hex is going to have a really big YouTubers up on his channel in the time ahead, so he'll announce all that. So you definitely want to subscribe to Gen Hex Graded Wedding, and of course Heinz Crypto as well is on the channels tab. So definitely get into that. What else we got going there? Charles Stone said, "Hello, gentlemen. Good to see you, Charles, and ladies. Nice, Charles. I like how you did that." Monica is in the house. Woohoo! Yeah. LFG says QQ. Hey, QQ's here. Good to see you. Woohoo! Excited as well. We're all pretty excited, man. Pulsechain's coming. It's going to be life-changing. But of course, we always say, keep cool. Play a nice, calm strategy. Don't start trading your life away. So, yeah. I like the dramatic effect on that one. Monica, I need to rewind and catch this, says Monica. Nice. And Craig. Monica says, Craig. I might have to move that up there. There he is. Let's see a bit more of Craig. Let's see. Craig. Nice.
Hey, I'm drinking my water too. See, told you I was drinking water.
Yeah. I'm not sure how that works. I don't even know how to cycle these things. But anyway, it's looking good. Nice.
I need to learn how to juggle, so when you bring it back to me, I can have some like
When they're all lined up on the left,
torches.
Superman, you just drag and drop. Yeah.
So I think it's like that. Yeah, drag and drop. So moment. That's a moment.
Hey, can I give Monica a shout out? By the way.
What's that?
Monica, I just want to give her a shout out. She hooked me up the other day with like a shopping list, and I went and got a bunch of healthy stuff. And she has a cooking YouTube channel for like healthy fitness stuff.
Yep, I subbed.
Yeah. So just saying, she was very helpful, and I really appreciate it. She's awesome.
Nice. Thanks, Monica.
Monica Mofit Meals.
Davis is in the house. Gang. Nice one. And you see
I'm on the jumbo screen again.
Oh yeah, you are. Yeah, you're on the big screen. We have to get you up there, Craig. It's that big smile, Craig. You know, boom.
Yeah.
Out of the thing there.
Big head equals big smile.
Yeah. Steven says, make sure you import the contract address into the MetaMask. Yep. And okay, I'll try that. Nice. I think we're just catching up here. Might jump through a few of these. Ryan says Coinbase DeFi wallet was seamless minting Maximus. Very cool. Anyway, so let's hit the dashboard, see where Maximus is in at the moment. That has been rocketing. And of course, we must have about 3 days left now, right? So coming up through $27.7 million. Booyah! Man. So it's day 876, and we're about to cross over the next day. Yeah, we're not far away, 20 minutes. And day 879 is the last day of the minting phase. So basically, you put one hex into a big pool with everybody else, and you get one maxi out for every hex you put in. And at the end of day 879, it's going to be the end of maxi minting. So there'll be no more maxi. That will be the fixed supply. Wow, let's see what happens after that. It's going to be a lot of fun. And of course, the treasury at the moment, 191.7 million hex. And of course, after it starts staking on day 880, which is down below, that's when the stake will be made, we'll start to see some accrued hex in there, some yield, and we'll also start to see some hedge-on in there too. So that's when it really starts kicking in with the value. 27,442 T-shares. Woohoo!
That's insane.
That's a big stake, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls around the world. That is pretty big. So nice. And the actual accrued value at the moment, redemption value, 161 million. With 1.1 billion hex in it now. This is in 15 years' time, 5,505 days, and 769 billion hedge-on. This is a behemoth. And this would be a shark. It's going to be one of the sharks. So there's 95 sharks at the moment. And this would put it, I don't know, maybe put it in the middle of the pack of the sharks, you think? 22,000 T-shares, maybe even higher. I don't know. I don't know the ranking of the sharks actually by T-shares.
I'm not sure either.
You might be able to find that on Hex.vision. You might be able to work that out possibly. So congratulations to Gold Key and the team. This is probably way more successful than I think that they thought, because 150 million was kind of that target, eh? And that's 10% bigger pays better. Plus, you're going to be able to trade the Maxi. So the Maxi is like your ownership token of the treasury, and the treasury is basically the Hex stake that's being made. And so you're going to have a treasury price that will go up in value because of the volume that's getting added to it, as well as any price impact. And then, of course, we'll see how the Maxi price performs versus that. So it's going to be fascinating. Any thoughts on that, guys?
Well, before the when it first news of it first came out, we were trying to guess how much we thought it could be. I remember, I think in the chat, I guessed 500 million.
Wow. Yeah.
Well, they were last night on Jim Rat's channel. He had Orca, Steak and Apes, and Sandstorm. Anyways, he had some people on there, and they were all giving their guesses for it. And they think, a lot of those guys were thinking that there's probably like some Overwatch or some other big whales they like to swoop in at the end.
Yeah. So
they were guessing 250, 300,000 or a million, Hex. So a lot of people think that it's not done yet. It's got a couple more days, but some people may drop in at the end and, drop another 100 million Hex and things like that.
Yeah,
so I
definitely think that, the 250 is looking pretty good.
Yeah.
With 3 days to go and with the whale effect, and you never know, might be surprised to the upside. But you got to remember the amount of volume this is actually off the market in percentage terms of supply.
Yeah, people that don't believe in Maxi or Maximus, that's fine. You don't have to do it. You don't have to swap for it. You don't have to mess with it. Stay staked. It's great. That's fine. That's what Hex is made for. But just keep in mind the people that are putting their Hex in the Maximus, it is a full 15-year stake, and that is more Hex off the market.
You're not getting anything from emergency end stakes from all those Hex.
Yeah. And we saw that with Hedron and the HSI stakes. We had quite a bit of a staking boom when that product launched. And that gives you optionality to do that. So that's another one. So hopefully we'll get more products like this, and they'll get more Hex off the market.
Well, there's pros and cons. Like it's down. I just said all that money that could have went in normal stakes. There's no way those people can earn emergency end stakes. So that's not going to be the extra Hex we might get as other stakers, right? Probably going to be airdrops that some of those people don't qualify for the same tier, because if you're a crab and you're almost to the next, what's after crab? What's above crab? Turtle,
yeah, it's a turtle.
So let's say you had like 9 T shares and you're a crab, and I think you need 1 to be a crab and 10 to be a turtle, I think.
That's great.
Yeah. So maybe that Hex you put into Maximus could have got you that extra 1.5 T shares, that where now the next airdrop, you're still going to get the crab's reward instead of a turtle's reward. So, I mean, there's pros and cons to doing it and not doing it, and having the Maximus liquid, so it's really everybody's individual what you want to do or not. So
yeah, that brings up this question from Ryan. He says, I can't bring it up, but I'll just read it. He said, is Maximus able to claim future airdrops outside of minting Hedron? And I believe the answer to that's no, correct?
I know there's no emergency end stake option in the Maximus contract, because we had Gold Key on and talked to him. But I don't know if anyone's asked him that, if they have the ability to claim airdrops. Well, this most recent airdrop doesn't matter because Maxi's not staked yet.
Right, but anything future. Yeah.
Right. So, yeah, that would be a good question if nobody's asked Gold Key or Dip Catcher yet. That might be a good question somebody could ask him.
I thought I heard that it doesn't have the ability to get any, but I'm not sure.
Yeah. Brazzi says, I claim my PLSD wallet isn't drained yet. #winning. I would just one thing, just to make sure you disconnect your wallet from the website. It's probably the minimum thing to do there. Big Smog says, I need to know Maximus plan against flash loans. Ordinary liquidity is a concern. How's it going? Hexkins, good day. Good to see Ace 5555. We love that number. And of course, 3 days to go here for Maximus to go. So 3 days of pumping that balance over 200 million for sure. Seems inevitable, and 250 seems definitely on target. So big times there. Hex at the moment, a little bit of a sell there in the last little bit there. 14.5 though, looking good. 16.2 is the where we want to get to for the blowout of that long-term price channel. So you can see that long-term price. Look how big long that is. 220 days there, and from the top. And man, oh man, this is where we want to get to and bust out nice in style. Want to do it in style. So looking good there. We are counting down the days to mid-May, and of course that is the 17 days. Although that said, of course, Richard Hart does have to give us the game plan for that and the final launch day. Just remember, it's best to be a bit flexible. And I think that as Heinz, it's Nana says, could be a bit later. You just don't know. It's this is software. It's just the way it goes. But we are definitely getting close. Getting close.
We were talking about that last week, weren't we? Where technically, at any time, he could do the fork, and the actual Pulsechain could be running right now in the background. We can't access it, and we won't know till he tells us. But I mean, I doubt they're gonna do the fork and then just like that give us access. So you figure it's gonna be running before we get the RPC to join the network.
Yes, and our inbot's going to run. But the thing is that with the airdrop, there's such big pumpamentals in terms of marketing that. So I just don't know how you might do that. So
I think that's what you're saying, Craig, is the V3, private V3.
Yeah, well, that's what I mean. It's not like the day he announces, okay, guys, test Pulse is live. Here's the RPC. It's not like they're going to do the fork right that second, right? I mean, it's got to be running for a little bit.
Yeah.
Well,
Shadow running, right?
If it's running for a little bit, if he announces like, hey, it went live this morning at 8 o'clock and it's midday, people that sold any ERC20s in that 4-hour time frame will feel kind of gypped. I think it's really got to be just a live.
Yeah. That's going to be tough because you probably have a lot of people once it launches that are going to be like, hey, what's going on? I had $1,000 in this token and I only got the copy for this much, even though I'd sold some of mine, but I'd sold it
right
this time or that time, and the timing of it.
I think unfortunately you're going to have to deal with that to avoid people playing the system if they have a
right
announced time.
Right.
It'll be interesting. It'll be a fun ride.
That's got, definitely. It's Now's channel there, so subscribe to Now if you're there.
There's nothing there.
Craig's channel there as well. Gen X, subscribe. Sorry,
was that your link?
I mean Heinz Crypto. Sorry, Heinz Crypto.
Oh, good, because there's nothing.
Yeah. I just saw your name on there. That's all that made me.
I created a channel just so I could jump in chat.
Yeah. Gen Hex there. So Heinz Crypto, Gen Hex there. Apologize for the mistake. And Frank says
there's
good
nothing
content
on my channel either.
What's that?
I know. I said there's nothing on my channel either. No, I'm just kidding.
Oh, that's not yours either. Oh, that's Heinz Crypto.
No, that's mine. I said there's nothing on mine either.
That is Gen X channel, and this is the way we go here when we're running through there. Yeah. I didn't actually see the end of the channel links there, but yeah.
And I hate to beg for subs and likes, but if you haven't subbed to our channel, go sub to our channel. We give away free stuff.
Let's pull it up there. Why not? We're
heading towards free millions and millions of free test tokens. Come on.
Yeah.
Give us a test sub. Try us out for 30 days.
Oh, we're trying to get monetized so we can use that for onboarding people.
It's growing back, Sandy. Look. It's growing
I'm
back.
sure that's in there.
Look like a baby with a goatee now. Great.
I can't even see that. What's that? Gen Hex, isn't it?
Yeah, we're trying to get monetized, not to make money, but yes, to make money, but we want the money to put back in the channel. You know what I'm saying? To give away real stuff, especially once Pulse launches. So yeah, once we hit the 1,000 subs and the 4,000 hours, after that, I'm happy with whatever happens with subs. I just want to be able to put the donations or the monetization or whatever back into the channel for giveaways and stuff like that. Make it fun.
Yeah. So you can get to Gen Hex's channel there. Just go to Hex Token, go to the channels tab. You'll see Gen Hex there. Craig, we're adding 485 subs at the moment. So you are getting up there, and 500 is not too far away.
Yeah.
Definitely go subscribe. We'll get the Craig over 500. And of course, Hex is the way is doing a really great job too. 958 subs. So definitely go sub to Hex is the way. Get them over 1,000. Not too far away at all. And of course, we've also got Heinz Crypto there, 615. So pump Heinz Crypto up there as well, and Jimrick Crypto's in the chat there. So go and subscribe there. So cool channels, up and coming channels, and really, really good content. So get into that. All right, obviously, and don't forget, subscribe to Hex Token too. So heaps of cool content creators, nothing but Pulsechain, Pulsex, and the X content. So a lot of fun. And as Frank says, good content, fellas. Absolutely. All right, PLSD says Hex Huddle. Boom. Yeah, PLSD is moving up even further now, $2.36. And hey, this thing could be, I don't know, $10. So who knows? This thing keep going. There's only 110,000 in the liquidity pool, so it could move up quite nicely. And like we say, 2 million tokens have been minted. 12 million is the maximum possible, so might end up. I think there's about 92 days left to go of the launch phase. That's pretty much it. What else? Hedron. We haven't talked about Hedron. 1320. So just a little bit of pull off at the nice little pump day in Hedron, just ticking along. And well, I think we're just about to tick we've 8 minutes left in the day, so we're gonna get another nice payout per T-share. If you get T-shares, 6 Hex per T-share, looking good. Woohoo!
Very nice.
That is one thing. The day after a little pump too, it's nice to go look at your stakes when the dollar value goes up on them. Yeah.
So you get more volume. So you're down on the maybe 13 cents or 12 cents. You keep getting paid volume every day, and then suddenly the price goes up, and all the values just go. Yeah. Sandy says, "Are you guys live?" Yep, we are live. I just read out your comments, so that just confirms that. And making me dizzy, bro, says Brennan. Making me dizzy. Sorry, man. Love it. Thank you, says Monica. And we're going to jump through some of these because I think I'm miles behind. Monica says, I love talking food ideas. Sure. Yeah, I like that too. And I think that channel, I think we already talked about that. So I think we've gone up there.
That was
27 million was that was liquid, will now be locked up for 15.2 years. That's right, Pulsechain. That's a big deal with the shark getting locked up. That's nice. Safer for the community too, with the sharks locked up for 15 years. Bit of humor there.
Yeah. Hey, squids are dangerous too. Don't forget.
Yeah. Squids are dangerous too. Yeah. Good to see you guys streaming together, says Ace555. Yeah, nice one. Appreciate that. It's a long time coming, to be honest. Is Maximus able to claim future airdrops outside of minting Hedron? That was the question you guys answered earlier.
Yeah.
Sandy B says, I subscribed to Monica's channel. Yay! And hey, Hexkin says, Brownie. Good to see Brownie in the house. Woo! That's a Sandy Storm. Yeah, Sandy Storm. That's right. So it says 27,000 T-shares, 0.2%, 10% overall T-shares. Yep, that's pretty amazing. Good number there, Pulsechain. I don't think I pulled that one up myself. Monica says, I love Maxi for various reasons, including there is no EES function. Yep, that's right. Chinkering Turtle is above Crab. Yep. I claimed my PLSD, swapped it for Hex. Everything is fine, says Sandy Beach. You are such a Hex Maxi, Sandy. You're such a Hex Maxi. Ryan says we can only pray future Hex staking pools emerge to decrease the circulating supply of Hex return could be exponential, in my opinion. Absolutely, Brian. Hex is getting scarcer anyway without these new staking contracts, but these are just accelerating that pumpamental. And then you've got got Overwatch and things like that trying to buy 250 to 450 million OTC and stuff like that happening. You got the Hex Investment Scale Trust coming on the buy side. Really is looking really cool. And the other thing is, I don't know if you heard that, but Connect said yesterday that they are accepting in-kind Hex into the trust. So you can put your Hex in and get shares in the trust. And I think it's 1 share per 10 Hex, I think is the way they do the numbers there. So that's really positive too, as well as being able to accept IRAs and retirement type funds into the Hex Investment Trust too. So really is good. Let's hold it to 5s. There are other community members, and next week is May y'all, says Monica. Yeah, I'm excited about that. So many options, says Human Havoc Trafficker. And I'm going to jump through some of these. Yeah, jump through all the way there. Woohoo! Sandy Beach, love it. Morning. Listening to you whilst making my Milo copies is Mixed Crypto Arts, I should say. That's me with my old martial arts background. Wow, that's good. I sold for 270. Nice. And Brazil said Richard may not announce the Pulsechain until the AMM is completely done doing its trades. That's what we're expecting. It's I think he said that explicitly. The AMM bot runs, and then before anyone gets access to that sort of stuff. To move back to there, and I love squid, says Sandy. And what else we got there? Hey, we're almost up to date. Babsy's in there. How much better off am I joining the Maximus stake rather than doing my own 505 stake? Well, you're going to have the bigger pays better bonus. That's 10%, so that's straight away off the bat there. So number 2, you're going to have the ability to trade your Maxi. So that is the ownership token, though. You sell it, you lose your share of the Maximus stake if you do sell that. But of course, that's it. The only issue is how does the price of Maxi trade versus the treasury price and versus Hex? That's going to be interesting to see that play out. Presumably, Hex might offer a floor price, but we will see. We'll see. It's going to be interesting. What do you guys got thoughts on the price of Maxi versus treasury versus Hex?
I think Maxi, the longer time goes on, it should start to climb above the price of Hex because it will have the value of more.
Yeah, I agree with that. I think that makes sense. But against the treasury price itself, it could vary quite widely.
You mean by the time the minting phase is over, what it'll cap at, you mean?
Yeah.
I think it just all depends on if any big heavy hitters jump in at the end. I mean, because at the pace it's going now, just normal folk. I mean, I could see, what are the numbers right now? Was it? You had them on the screen earlier. I can't remember what they were.
Oh, did I? Oh, sorry. Let me pull those up.
No, I mean, earlier you had the Maxi where it showed the current. I just didn't want to misquote the numbers.
No, sure. I'll pull those up. We aim for accuracy on this channel.
Yeah.
Yeah, bad information leads to bad outcomes. So,
okay.
Yeah.
So 191 million Hex right now. So, I mean, it's got, what's it got, like 3 days left? Something like that. 2.5 days, something. Yeah, I mean, I could see... It really just depends. At the rate it's going, I'm sure it's going to go over 2 million Hex over the next 3 days, just because it is the momentum.
Yeah.
But I mean, you could go from 2 million to 3 million by one whale dropping 100 million Hex, right? So I guess we'll just have to wait and see. It's hard to say because there's more than one whale out there.
Yeah, and it gives them the flexibility, right? If you think about a staking ladder, you could add Maxi into your portfolio of staking, and it gives you a flexibility to trade out some of that position in the future. It could be 5 years, could be 10 years, whenever you want to do it.
And then you got, it doesn't have to be a whale. It could be, 10 sharks, right? 100 grand each, or 100,000 hex each, or something, right? Or well, there's probably sharks that have 1 million hex too, right?
Yeah. Brazil's saying that I just noticed someone redeem 100,000 maxi. Really? Because you can do that before the stake. So I just it was 191 just meant really okay.
Yeah, so it's hard to say. I mean, if somebody dives in there over the next couple of days, it could. I mean, honestly, it could double, right?
Yeah.
It could be 1 billion by the end, if it depends on who comes in, right? So it's hard to say. But as far as somebody asking about the benefits of it, like you said, it just, you're taking the stake, you're dividing it up in slices. Each one is called maxi. The more of those you own, the more of the slices you'll get when it's cashed out. And if you buy and sell it all along the way, at the end of the day, at the end of the race, however many you have is going to determine how much of the perks you get at the end, including the Hedron and the double and everything.
Yeah.
And the Hedron should have a 4x, because by the time they stake it, it'll get the 4x for Hedron this week.
Yeah, for Hedron, yeah.
Which is actually like a 5x. Or 5, not
right.
5.
Yeah. Hedron there. So
the other 5.
4x at the moment. So we're actually advancing towards the end of this, a month away, a month and 8 days away from the end of the launch phase. And that's going to be interesting on the Hedron price action side too. Be interesting. But that's likely if we get mid-May launch for Pulsechain. It's game on. Some of these projects would be interesting to see how it all plays out. Fascinating. What else got here? We got. I don't hear anyone talking about EHEX and PHEX will survive together because gas fees won't mean anything. People will be chasing the T-share values between the two. At least Wales will. I agree with that, Brandon. I agree with you on that.
I think the more people that use Pulse once it's out, the T-share price is going to get more expensive on Pulse faster than ETH because of more
activity,
more stakes, more activity, more shorter stakes, things like that. So I think it'll get to the point where people will decide between the two. They may decide to be staking on ETH because they can get more of a T-share on the ETH side, and I think they'll kind of balance each other out. As the T-share gets more expensive on the Pulse side than the ETH side, people will probably
they'll pump each other.
Yeah, they'll kind of compete with each other. And as long as that T-share price is considerable difference, people know they can get more of a T-share or a B share at that point, or an M share, whatever it is. Because basically, you save on gas on one side, but you get more yield on the other, right? With more T-share for your money, right?
Yeah, I suspect both chains will do well overall, but
they'll have their own mechanics, though.
It's the APY differentials, Someone sold a bunch of maxi on market at a loss, so I expect to buy a collective instant arbitrage, says Alex. And Ryan says Hart's Law will take effect between maxi and the treasury price and Hex in the long run. This will create some much needed volatility, in my opinion. And Hexcellent says, I'm trying to make the decision to double my maxi or keep adding to my Hex so I can have more to grab PLS. Great opportunities to make hard decisions.
I wonder if that maxi, that dump on that maxi, that could have been somebody that screwed up and got their maxi taken from out of their wallet. They could have bought a bunch of maxi and done something stupid, and somebody could have got it and dumped it.
Where's that page?
Did a Hex 19 on them.
Or they were watching this stream and came up with new options
to sell it all for a loss. Right as Hex is pumping, I'm selling it.
Redeem, click, click, click.
To get out of the maxi, to have more liquid, to have other options when the fork goes live.
Yeah, but won't you be able to, if you want to, won't you be able to sell or swap your maxi after the fork, after you get the double, and sell it for Pulse? I mean, you should be able to exchange it too, right?
I'm reaching.
To convert it to Hex, just to swap it, you can figure they should be able to swap it. Won't they be able to swap Maxi? Yeah, Maxi will be on the exchange, right?
Yeah.
So if you want PLS, just wait, get your double, and then swap Maxi for PLS, I guess. Not financial advice.
Yeah. Here's the Maxi one. So look at the trade.
Woo!
That's the Hex Maxi one. Right, let's jump over. We've got a couple more there. Fat Sammy's in the house there. Hey, good to see you. Hex Token channel member. Hi all. Good to see you, Fat Sammy. And excellent choices. Maybe the seller needed the money. And finally, Paul Outback's in the house. Must be strange for some people to see Hex be level or going up and most other coins down, says Paul. Actually, I haven't looked at the market since it got up. So let me have a look there. Heat map. What is happening in the crypto? It was 38,500 was it Bitcoin yesterday? So not sure what that is today.
There'll be some Flora's lava tweets from Richard if Hex is green. No?
Oh no, it's up. It's up. Yeah, okay. So
Yeah.
39,223. So that's up 3%. So it was down about 5%, up 3%. And ETH's not doing too bad. Cool. That's a good environment. Good environment to be in. I like it. Let's get back over 40 for Pulsechain launch, and we'll probably be very happy about that. Excellent, true. And Alex here, see how he sells 900,000 for less than 1-to-1 Hex, says Alex. Yeah, we saw that on the Maxi. That one there. And I have a few days. I really don't need any more 5 says excellent choice. Yeah, well, I think it's, Maxi plays well into a good staking ladder strategy. Could complement to your own Hex stakes.
And if they replicate Maxi again, if they do a Maxi 2 or a Maxi 23 or 24, whatever they want to call it, it's still Hex getting locked up, and you can opt to do it or not. And in between, once Maxi's done minting, then you go back to business as usual, just stake like normal.
Yeah.
And if you missed out on the Maxi or decided not to do it and later you change your mind, there'll probably somebody will be selling some. So you probably just make sure the price makes sense when you buy it.
Definitely.
It's definitely going to outpace the Hex price because of all the perks that it's accumulating on its shoulders as it gets closer to the 15-year mark.
Yeah, it should do, yeah. We might reasonably expect, 3 to 5% of the supply to be in the liquidity pools. Most of it probably just sitting off in the wallets.
Yeah. So somebody's going to sell for some reason or trade it or do something with it,
I wait to do ladders after the launch. All I have are 5, says excellent choice. You are excellent Maxi there, excellent choice. That is the best mathematics for Hex payouts and volume. Is the 5. The relative T-shares in 15 years time or however.
Something else. I would suggest something else too. I was doing this myself the other night. Look at your stakes, especially for say the next 6 months to a year. See where you're sitting with T-shares, and if you're able to get more stakes in, try to get yourself up to the next tier, because when these airdrops come out, if they're based on staker positions, could make even double or triple amount of how much airdrop you get.
Yeah, that's a good point. That's a good point, and I think this Pulse Dodge coin using those using the staker categories that actually cements in some new potential trends.
I'm just saying, if you're a crab and you're sitting at 9.5 T-shares, you might want to see if you can't get that extra half a T-share pretty quick.
Yeah.
Plus the double. Don't forget, you get a double. Anything you stake now, you're gonna have a copy of it on Pulsechain.
Yeah, and I suspect that both chains will do well. That's my expectation. You got a lot of the same stakers that are on both chains, and if they can earn passive income, they help support the system long term, and you got all the adoption coming on. And both of the chains, Ethereum's not going anywhere. So
yep.
I think that's going to be good. I'm considering that. I'm considering a copy also, says Excellence. And finally, got the Alof's in the house. Watch out, as Baby Wolf will ride the train with a one-of-a-kind NFT collections. Nice one there, Alof.
Yeah, thanks for shilling your crap.
That's just feeling that you got Alex K. Alex K. just got rid of you out of the chat there for shilling. That's just the way. This is a RH Maxi channel, man.
Yeah.
Sorry, I was paying attention to the chat differently now that I'm on stream. Usually I'd be.
Hey, we got Rackham Rochelle in the house, folks. Woo! We got the Overwatch in the house. Good to see Rackham as well. Now, obviously, Rackham, we've been talking about your moves lately on Twitter, and we are excited about what you're doing. That's for sure.
Rackham done told you.
Yeah. Rackham Rochelle done told you. I try IG to keep more liquid hex, so I have more P hex. I try to keep more liquid hex, so I have more P hex. Yeah, that's a way to go. Obviously, a lot of people wanting to trade that in as well. Now's got the punch out for as well. I guess a fist pump.
I say don't be punching Rackham.
Jab.
Well, Rackham's got the shooting range, right? The shooting range. So
he's probably a black belt in about 7 things too. He probably take us out pretty quick.
I don't know. Have you seen Keanu Reeves in the doing his shooting for his movies? He's pretty amazing. So I imagine Rackham Rochelle is probably like that with the old guns out. With the you have to be fast with those. It's pretty impressive.
Well, he has his own range, right?
Yeah.
I think.
Rackham, if you're watching, I'd be keen to get you on this channel to talk about venture capitalism. I'd really enjoy that. So feel free to hit me up, Rackham, if you want to get on and talk about venture capitalism. Hex is going to
go ahead.
Hex is going to really lift in the next 2 weeks for sure, says Pulsechain. When is the water park opening? Says Excellence. I don't know. We need a water park here in New Zealand because the good one got shut down. And we've got our ones are really small. The other ones. So we got some cool hot pools from natural heating, but we need some really nice big water world, something like that. I'm planning liquid hex to buy Pulse. I miss sacrifice phase, says Monica. Yeah, there's a lot of people in your space, a lot of people in your position, Monica, are going to do that. Sorry, it's Nana. You're going to say something?
Oh no! As for Monica, I said, yeah, me too. I'm in the same boat. But for Rackham, I'd like to hear him talk about his shooting range. I didn't know he had one.
Shooting range too. Yeah, that'd be awesome.
Yeah,
Rackham says Keanu trains with to Taran. I train with Right. Okay, cool.
We're excited. Yeah, it's pretty much all we're talking about at this point.
Is the shooting range?
Well, he's asking about. Yeah, I tell you what, the video with Keanu when he's going through and the reloads and switching weapons and everything, blinking. If Rackham does one of those videos, I definitely watch that. If he ever does one.
Yeah.
Those are fun to watch.
You guys excited? We're close to launch. Yeah, we have to contain our excitement, but then sometimes it gets we let that off on the live streams, don't we? It's just the way it goes. 2 more months, lol. Yeah, 2 more months. Not so much. We think now. Stake Hex says if you have 9.5 T shares, you can't now stake more Hex in hopes of getting more pulse dodge. You had to stake before the April 20th. That's true. To qualify for that. Hex Human Traffic says I'm excited. Of course, we are super excited. And Vision says, hell yeah, mate, we are excited. So definitely as well. Vision Null says, yeah, I'll watch that. I guess I guess you're talking about the shooting out or the venture capitalism as well. So Blue is with the fire, and my boy Blue is in the house. And I love that movie. That's a great movie. Brennan says, you're making me bullish, Rackham. Yeah. Every time Rackham posts, I get bullish. It's like that. It's like I post a video of a barbecue or something like that. I'm going, yeah, let's go, man. We're ready for this. It's going to be hardcore. Frank says, Sandy says, Rackham. Yeah. And game on, guys, says Frank. Absolutely game on. And Frank says, so many people on the side waiting to buy. Absolutely. I keep saying that. When that bridge opens up, man, it's going to be insane. And of course, as the word spreads, it's going to be crazy out there, folks, around the airdrops. I think that's why I like sites like prc20s.com. People are going to be able to find out what airdrop they've got, and you're going to have more and more people come, and they're never going to want to leave, right? They're never going to want to leave. Cool. Monica says, I repeat, Mayors next week. Whoop, whoop, whoop. Yep. Hex Hodl saying 7 hex streams at once. Is that right? Is there 7? There was
Heinz is live right now.
Who is? Oh, Jim Ray Crypto is. Oh yeah. Okay, cool. That's great. Yeah, it's going to be nothing compared to when Pulsechain launched. It's going to be probably 10.
I've already heard 2 people talk about a 24-hour stream they're going to do when Pulsechain launches.
Big up on Pirate Caption Rackham. Yeah. And I don't know if you saw did you see the last Heist of Stakes clip with them showing the tweet coming up on the wall with the painting? That's so classy, man. I'm really looking forward to that. I can't wait for that to come out. It's gonna be so good. Vision Null says people on the side waiting to buy is a great sign. It means it's spreading outside our original Hex community. Yeah, absolutely. Hex streamers. Yeah, Hex streamers is really good. Actually, pull up Hex streamers. Craig, are you on there yet? You need to.
Yeah. When right now Heinz is live doing the Heinz solo show, so it's showing up on there. Yeah.
You've got Hex Token Matty on Jim Rat Crypto. It says
Hex Token's crushing it. Got more than everybody combined
today, and got Rackham Rochelle on the channel. Man, oh man, it's like having royalty in the house. Discuss this Discord Syndicate in there as well. Craig X, woohoo, and Matty Allen, nice, and so cool. You got Heinz Crypto, obviously just offline. Rag to Riches as well. I watched a bit of Rag to Riches yesterday, and Crypto Heartbeat was in the chat yesterday. A-Bit here doing nice rebranding for Crypto Sparbook. So doing another outreach there. I'm hoping to have A-Bit on the channel coming up soon. And Trayvon was out there earlier, so nice, really good. So cool. I like Hex Streamers, good site. Big shout out to them. And of course, the Rackham's in the house, so we did talk about your tweet, Rackham. I told you, it was very clear. You should have bought Hex this time when you had the chance. I suspect you won't have another chance at that price of bluffing. And of course, we love the eyes. I love the teasing here with the eyes. Let's wait and see. Absolutely. So got a couple of replies that they simply have to miss it at a discount prices, bro. What happened? Did I miss something? Yeah, I love this little cool play here. Nice. What else we got in their replies? I don't know if I've got any more. I'm all in. So lots of cool stuff. I can sense your finger on the trigger. Safety off. Let's go. That's pretty funny. Right, so cool. Nice little move on the price there, but we do have to get Hex up on the daily. We do need to get it up to this is our 16.2 cents to bust out through the long-term resistance. That really is pretty key. So onwards and upwards, but it looks like it's coming. So I've got to feel good about that. I'm finding it hard to keep up with all the live streams going on. I'm usually good to keep up, but now, but wow, I need time. Yeah, more time. You need to clone yourself, Sandy. Clone yourself. Probably the way to go. Sachin says, Rackham, how about you market buy 400 million X? You don't know if that's the way the big players do that, there's Sachin, because of the way the liquidity pools work. But definitely, I think there's probably something else behind the OTC buy there, is my guess. Is back in the house. Get Hexes. Nice. Are you guys going to Pulsechain and PulseCon 2022 in Vegas early September? You guys going? You guys are in the United States, aren't you?
No, I'm not going. I
want to go, but between all the sacrifices and trying to get more Hex before the launch, I don't have the. I'm not OG Hex again. I'm still working the day job, paycheck to paycheck. So
pulling it up, yeah.
They try to go maybe next year. I really want to go, but
130 days to go. 131 days.
Yeah.
You never know.
You know what I mean? It's still, I mean, hey, if we launch and things go really nice, maybe I can shave some off to do it. But right now, I was talking to Valiant Brand about this a couple weeks ago, and it's kind of like, that money for me right now going in for my copy for Pulsechain could be huge for me over the next couple of years versus getting to go to the conference. Yeah. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I do really want to go and may still be able to go. Probably won't get any of the discounts for going, but we'll see how things go. It's September still. 4+ months away.
Yeah.
So I need to take off though. I got to go join Heinz on his stream. I told him I would stream with him.
Pull us out of here.
Cool, Craig. Thanks for dropping in. That's for sure.
Anytime.
Appreciate it.
And like I said, Saturday you're welcome. I told you there's a spot for you Saturday, and
yeah, that looks super exciting, Craig. Doing a great job. So see you there.
Everybody have a good night.
See ya.
Bye.
Superman, it was great to be on your stream, but Heinz is pulling me out of here too. Yeah.
Sweet. All right. Take care, man.
All right.
Great to have you on. See you again soon.
Bye, everybody.
Peace out. Cool. All right. Let's get into some of it, man. Man. Let us go. We got big up to our captain, Prior Rapton. Absolutely. We're up to that lies beneath in there. Rockets and bags. Vision there. Let's go and jump back to Hex price here actually and go back to the hourly. And nice one. So it was really nice to have those other streamers on the chat there. Hex streamers, yeah, it's a great site for sure. I think we've come up to these ones here. Cruising the views today, says Brennan. Absolutely. Stake Hex says, Superman, this is awesome. You bring in guests from chat. Always liked it. It's now comments in chat. Yeah, it's now it's great. There are some great guys. All those guys are great. Heinz Crypto, Craig, just great guys. So we're going to probably see a lot more of them. Frank says, I want to go, but I keep putting my money in Hex, says Craig. And hit them likes, says Brennan. Absolutely. They got big hearts from Francis. Good to see you. And Check says, we're still pre-viral, but it's starting to feel like it won't be much longer. Yeah. So let's get back to the Hex Investment Trust, because Kinetics was talking about this a lot. This is really starting to ramp up. So when you think about the vision of Hex Investment Trust is really to get across the traditional markets. And of course, the way you do that is you have a private trust first. And of course, now this private trust has been scoped up bigger, and it can now accept IRAs and other things like that with accredited investors. So this is a really big deal. And to be a accredited investor, you have about $1 million net worth, that kind of thing. And so it's really, really going good. And apparently they're talking about with their advisory service, in addition to this investment trust, being up around $1 billion in asset management, and they've got another 50-60 people to sign up, something like that. So it looks like this is going to keep growing, and we should probably see that under management, especially if Hex and Pulsechain come up, probably move into the multiple $1 billion. So it's really, really cool. Once they reach the 10 million on the Hex Investment Trust, and they were pretty confident they might be able to do that within 3 months, then they can take this public. So I don't know what their update on that is yet, but definitely Kinetics was pretty bullish about the scaling up of their activities. So that's really positive. And that's basically they're trying to make Hex Investment Trust like another Origin account type of aspect to Hex. So obviously he's going to buy Hex and stake it for 555 and never sell. So that's really, really good. So we've got things like the Hex Investment Trust on the buy side, and also taking stuff on off the sell side. You can see how the market dynamics really improve dramatically on both chains. So it's really, really good. The other thing, of course, is we've got this Maximus. This is taking Hex off the market for 5 days, and at shark level too. So really big deal. As Brazalji pointed out, it's about 0.25% that's of the T shares that will be staked here. Pretty impressive. And I know I said in previous live streams, depending on how you look at circulating supply, this could be somewhere between 0.5% and 1% of circulating supply, and that's off both chains. And if you think about active circulating supply, which is dramatically less, maybe 25% of that, this could be 3 or 4% off the market. And this keeps going up every day. So those numbers have gone up since I last talked about those. This is a pretty big deal. And we could see more products like this, more products like Hedron and the Maxima, and of course staking and getting more Hex off the market. And this is stuff that even whales don't typically know. And of course, when they see this stuff, they like it. It helps move supply off the market, and that it just helps their plans as well. So it's really, really cool. We've got lots of good things happening here. And of course, we've got the Origin account in the background, and the large holders, many of the large holders like Overwatch, are doing things to add value, long-term value to the chains. Because if you're going to add value to the chains, you can have exponential valuations on those. and that's a quick way of becoming, one of the top venture capitalists in the world, as Overwatch's ambitions is to do. So very, very cool. First system state copy of Ethereum, man. Pulsechain. It's going to be a game changer, and the market just doesn't know what's coming. It's going to be super exciting. And as I say, PulseX as well. If we go to CoinGecko, PulseX itself, this is PulseX. This is like the Uniswap of Ethereum. This is going to be absolutely incredible. You can see some of the teasing volumes here. These are all just fake at the moment because it's on testnet. But you can imagine having volumes even down here, 2 billion, 1 billion, or even something really high, 4 billion, something like that would be absolutely incredible. And of course, if you've got a super fast, super cheap chain, you've got all the right incentives, which Pulsechain does, then this is, the world's the oyster here, isn't it? It's going to be absolutely amazing. We go to the decentralized exchanges. We can see that PulseX will be fitting into this market. And we can see that there's currently 4.2 billion traded through there at the moment. That's only 3.9% of the volume. So imagine if PulseX did half of this. Imagine if it did this total amount over a certain amount of time. Maybe it ramps up over 6 to 18 months into this sort of volume. It could be pretty impressive. I think we're going to have impressive volume straight out of the gate. And I suspect that those will be sustained really, really well into the future, just because of all the fundamentals that we've got on Pulsechain. But hey, if we go to the centralized exchanges, we've got Binance at 14.5 billion there at the moment. We've got OKX there at 2.8. So imagine the whole DEX is fitting there at number 2 if you sum them up. And of course, if we get above 2.8, that would put us at number 2 on PulseX. But hey, what happens if PulseX is the first DEX? That really changes the game, and of course got all the right fundamentals to do that. And that could end up, maybe even challenging Binance in time. Maybe 50% of the volume, maybe even the total, as more and more people move to decentralized solutions as opposed to centralized ones. Obviously, centralized exchanges have probably 2 big advantages I can see. One is onboarding relationships with fiat gateways, and the other one is with margin trading. But decentralized exchanges can move to do margin trading. A third-party services margin trading, it can definitely come on. And of course, that is on Richard Hart's roadmap as well. The other thing, of course, is that the fiat gateway, we're expecting a fiat gateways onto Pulsechain directly, not just via, going back over the bridge to Ethereum or something like that. So pretty exciting. The other thing, of course, is not just Ethereum that's going to come over. We're going to have all the other chains, yield farmers and stuff like that, from other chains coming over to Pulsechain. So it's exciting, man. Feel the fundamentals. It's going to be awesome. Awesome for that, for sure. Let us get into a couple of the comments there. I love your hello, Francis, says Sandy Beach. And whole generations in the house on around the blockchain was talking about Hex and Richard Hart today. Oh, that's really cool. So it just shows you some word spreading about Pulsechain. It's going to be really exciting. Sachin says, thought we were heading to 16 cents today, but that one shark had other ideas. And I'm going to try to make it, but so far I don't know. Frank says, just go. The funds will work themselves out. That's true. Vika's in house there. Hex always doubles when it goes to the bottom. Happened like 3 times already, says Vika. And Frank says Hex conference was invaluable. Yeah, I thought the Hex Pro conference was pretty good. And of course, every time they do them, they learn more and more things, how to make them better and better for the next one. And I think we've seen that between year 1 and year 2. So looking forward to year 3 as well. And of course, we've got PulseCon 2022 coming up, which is just going to open up the scope even further to many, many projects that are going to come onto Pulsechain. Well, obviously, we've got SHIB in there. That's one of the biggest crypto communities, so it's great to see them there already. Hello, all, says Francis. Nice, and see ya, everybody, says it's now. I'm going to Pulsechain at Con in September, says Monica. Man, hashtag jealous, Monica. Definitely jealous of that. I think it's going to be absolutely incredible at PulseCon. Really will be awesome. The venue is just spectacular. Alex K says a bit of a pullback thanks to Shark number 24, E8C, showing some urgent fiat love, ending 3 stakes a day this week. So that's a really good observation there from Alex K. And good evening, Superman, says Christos, got me some more Maxi for the pump. Woohoo! Nice. Well played. After the stream ends, stop by Heinz Solo, folks. So Heinz Solo is doing a live stream. Definitely check that out. There is the link. MT Coiner says, I'm OG. I live below my means. I'm not selling crypto to go to PulseCon, says MT. Yeah, I think we're in such an exciting point now. We've waited all this time, and the value is about to explode when Pulsechain launches. It's going to be a fun ride, and it's not just going to be the first month. It's going to keep going and going and going. It's going to just be so fun to see Pulsechain grow for sure. We have big days ahead, says Hex in the Joints. Absolutely, we do. It's going to be so much fun. Awesome stuff. Hey, we're coming up to 2 hours. I'm going to finish the live stream there. I hope you guys have enjoyed it. I do appreciate everyone watching. Big shout out to Craig Wadding and Heinz Crypto, and of course it's now for coming on. Appreciate that. And great to see so many wonderful people in the chat. And a big shout out to Rack and Rochelle. It's going to be good to see. We're all excited to see all the developments that you're going to do on Pulsechain. It's going to be a lot of fun for sure. And don't forget to subscribe, like, share, hit the bell, all that good stuff. And I will catch you later on today in the second live stream. And of course, we'll be covering some new cool topic on that. And we're going to have fun there too. And subscribe, like, share, hit the bell, get into Discord. Discord is the place to be. We're trying to hit 250. We're at 248. Definitely hit the link. The link is in the video description. And go for gold on that. If you want to join as a channel member, of course, hit the join button. And we've got Pulsechains, Hexkins, and the Richard Hart Club. And get on board. It's going to be a lot of fun. Take care, everybody. I'm going to sign off here. And I will catch you later tomorrow. I've got to take my cat in to the vet. And cat's got a respiratory issue from the looks of it. So wish me well with that. If you love cats, we're going to look after the cats, that's for sure. Bam. All right, if you're a Hex Token channel member, post out the emojis on the way up. We're going to hit a few of these. Here we go. And nice. All right, there's 11 emojis. Boom, piped up. Take care, everybody. Once again, spend a good time outside. Have a good time. And also, don't forget to, hodl dog those cryptos. Get your positions ready for Pulsechain. That's probably the biggest thing you can do. And definitely practice on PulseX and the bridge using that so that you know how to use that 100%. Brendan says, good luck with the cat. Yeah, thanks very much. We'll do. And hopefully I'm not going to be too long, sitting in the waiting room for that. But you know how it goes when you go to doctors or veterinarians or that sort of thing. So just the way it goes. NT Coin is in the house. And so is H555. Love it. All right. And Blue as well on fire. Nice one. All right. Take care now. Bye for now. See you next one. Cheers.